Alright, Shalom. I can start off by giving all praises, honors, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well and still do, taught us his truth and still do. Salutations to the Akim on the highways and the hedges and the four corners, preaching his word diligently with truth and sincerity. And Shalom to all you sincere listeners. We're just meditating in the spirit, watching a couple of the apostles and elders videos, getting edified. Watch our brother Rapah Moth video, GMS Classic Kings, and Satan messing with the internet connection. So I decided to take it upon myself and do a quick video because I got this article notification from the RT app, and meditated on some precepts after I was reading a little bit of it. Lord's willing, I'll get some precepts, and then Lord's willing, this will be edifying. As you can see, Satan working hard, trying to hinder the word, but as you know, there's only but so much you could do against the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, you know. So Lord's willing, this will be edifying. As you can see, 4 killed and 90 more, including 23 children injured in the bombing of Kabul district with foreign NGOs. So from what I understand, this happened in the country of Afghanistan. And you know, Afghanistan is talking about Elam and Ishmael. Either way, heathen countries. And, you know, not you heathens, you're catching the judgment, rightfully so. Because you also conspired with Esau, so-called white man, to take Israel down as a nation, you know, pertaining to the book of Psalms, the 83rd chapter. And when I say Israel, I'm talking about you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All of these other nations, when you look into the book of Genesis, the 10th chapter, this world consists of, everybody on this earth comes from 18 nations. And 18 out of the 18 nations, 17 of them tried to conspire to take you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans out of power, along with your woman helping them. You know? Primarily that nigga Spick and Uncle Tomahawk bitch. So we're just gonna get straight to it. You know? A truck bomb explosion in the Green Village district of Kabul, Afghanistan. Injured almost 100 people, including 23 children. And hold on, before I even read more, let me just get some light. There you go. The area is home to many foreigners and non-governmental organizations. According to spokesperson Basir Mujahid, a vehicle filled with explosives detonated in the area on Monday evening. The area is cordoned off. A search operation underway for suspects and attackers, Mujahid told Reuters. Citing an anonymous security source, Reuters reported that the blast destroyed a wall between Green Village and the nearby customs office. So yeah, as you can see the pictures right there, these heathens are catching judgment as well as you 2/3 of our nation, as well as you heathens that's here in Babylon the Great, aka America the whore. You know? So before I even continue, let me get quick precept. I want to use this blue letter real quick. You know, around this time you see demons is out. Little demons that go to the public fool system. Must have got out early, and they clearly didn't learn nothing. Point blank period. You get this. As far as you heathens go, you know, is the book of Psalms, the 59th chapter. And we're going to go to the 5th verse. Therefore, O Yahweh, power of hosts, the power of Israel, awake to visit all the heathen. Be not merciful to any wicked transgressors, Selah. Yeah, and the Lord is making good on this. He's not being merciful to any of you wicked transgressors and you heathen. You know? Because you wasn't merciful to us, point blank period. And it's a beautiful thing to see you go down, you know? Like pertaining to the book of Sirach, the 25th chapter, also known as Ecclesiasticus, it is a beautiful thing to see your enemy go down. Point blank period. You know? Matter of fact, go in the book of Obadiah, even though Obadiah was meant for Edom, so-called white man, it's also meant for you other heathens as well. Now, I'm going to get that real quick. This is book of Obadiah, verse 15. For the day of the Lord Yahweh is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. And this is what you're seeing. This is why you can turn on the news and see any nation, whether it be Sweden or Afghanistan or Africa, South Africa, Finland, Philippines, anywhere in the four corners of this world, and you see they're catching judgment. They're catching pure holy hell. Why? Because this is the day of the Lord. Well, we're getting towards the day of the Lord, Residential houses nearby have sustained heavy damage, said Interior Ministry spokesman Najib Danish. Special police forces units have been deployed to the site to check if there are any more attackers. Public Health Ministry spokesman Wahidullah Mayar confirmed the large number of casualties, including children, in a tweet. So yeah, the Lord, he's not, he doesn't discriminate, Matter of fact, I'll get a quick precept on that. We're going to go to the New Testament real quick. Get to the 3rd chapter of Colossians. We're going to go to the 25th verse. But he that doeth wrong shall receive the wrong which he hath done, and there is no respect of persons. And this is the case with the Most High, you see? Because all heathen have done wrong in the eyes of their Heavenly Father. If God's children, majority of his children, 2/3 have done wrong, and the heathen continuously do wrong, because they go off. If you know the history of their customs and traditions, it goes against the law, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father. That's why it tells you in the book of Micah, the 4th chapter, we're going to have to go through this world and teach these nations our customs and traditions and law, statutes, and commandments of the Holy Scriptures. Because only the men, starting with the apostles and elders, the great millstone, have the mindset of the Heavenly Father, So just like it tells you in the book of Jeremiah, the 3rd chapter, that the Lord will give you pastors according to his heart that will teach you and give you learning of his understanding, the heathen nations will have to get that as well. This is Green Village is a high security compound on the Kabul Jalalabad Road, advertised as a safe, secure, and protected refuge in Kabul for international contractors, NGOs, and visitors. This is not the first attack on the compound in recent years, but it appears to be the largest in terms of casualties. Yeah. And as a matter of fact, let me look up something real quick just to see if they'll give it to me. I'm going to look up that word, NGO. Go look it up what it means. NGO, a non-profit organization that operates independently of any government, typically one whose purpose is to address a social or political issue. So yeah, this is exactly what's going on in these other nations. These NGOs are just, through the spirit, they're just ways that the heathen hide behind the mask of government and politics so they can, if you will, commit the acts of wickedness for these global elites, if you will. Because that's what they do in America, These NGOs would be known as, and as you can see, Apostle Ramlav has a live stream, so I'm going to cut this short. I'm going to read the rest, get another precept, and then, Lord's willing, this will be edifying. Just like in America, how you have ISIS, right? And ICE. Those would be considered NGOs. Because all they do is mask behind the political agenda of the global elites and call themselves doing service for the community of the people, which is lie. The bombing comes as U.S. envoy Zalmay Khalilzad arrives in the region for peace talks aimed at ending the 17-year U.S. intervention. In addition to Afghanistan, he is supposed to visit Pakistan, India, and China during a week-long trip. Slaki, let me get. Yeah, Slaki. You see the pictures, alright. I'm gonna get another preset, and I'm gonna just close out. Matter of fact, yeah. Because point blank period, the Lord is bringing judgment upon all the heathen, and if you are not part of the hopeful elect, which Lord's willing, I'll be part of that, you're classified as a heathen, you're going to get destroyed. And the Lord is going to use spirits of vengeance like he's doing. And I'm going to get that in the book of Sirach, chapter 39, also known as Ecclesiasticus, verse 38, Sirach 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. And this is exactly what you're seeing. You see them bombs are the fire and death. And the children getting killed was the Lord not respecting the persons. He doesn't care who you are, you know? Like he tells you in the book of Deuteronomy, he is the God, he is the power, and there's nobody else besides him. You know? So to be perfectly honest, expect more and more judgment, more and more calamity, more and more death, more and more destruction. You know? And the men of the Lord are just going to sit back and relax. Matter of fact, I'll get that and close with that. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 65. We're going to start at the 13th verse. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, and heart in the Hebrew is lab, which is your mind, because we chose the winning team, which is the Heavenly Father. But ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. And this is exactly what you're seeing. You know? So, Lord's willing, this was edifying. I'd like to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakon, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, the great millstone, and Shalom to the elect. Death to America, and death to you heathens all around the world.